Imagine an animal standing over the body of a fallen friend.
Just, keeping a silent watch.
Yeah, exactly. It carefully covers the body with leaves and branches, it refuses to eat, and it just stands guard in complete silence.
And occasionally chasing away approaching predators, too.
Right. We usually think of complex, paralyzing grief as this uniquely human experience. But the African elephant has been practicing these deep mourning rituals for millions of years.
Millions of years. It really reshapes how you see them.
It totally does. Welcome to today's deep dive. We're exploring an animal whose ancestors were roaming the African savannas like 60 million years ago.
Which is a massive span of time.
Yeah. And they are the largest land animals on Earth today, especially since their closest trunk relatives, the mammoths and the mastodons, died out around 10,000 years ago.
Right, leaving the elephants as these final giants of their lineage.
Exactly. So our mission today is to uncover their astonishing biology, their incredibly complex society, and their deep emotional capacity.
And we'll also be looking at how human actions are, well, literally rewriting their DNA in real time.
Okay, let's unpack this. Where do we even begin with a creature of this magnitude?
Well, I think before we look at their massive physical footprint, we really have to start by looking at their minds.
Okay, their intelligence.
Yeah, because to truly understand the African elephant, you have to realize that their intelligence rivals our own in some very, very profound ways.
I mean, we tend to measure animal intelligence using a few benchmark tests.
Right, in behavioral science. And one of the most famous is the mirror test.
Which is where researchers place a large mirror in front of an animal to just, see how it reacts to its own reflection.
Exactly. And most mammals, even highly intelligent ones like certain primates or, say, dogs, will look at a mirror and think they're seeing a completely different animal.
Right. My dog definitely barks at his reflection.
Exactly. They might display aggression, try to initiate play, or just, run away. But elephants, they recognize themselves. Yeah, they investigate their own bodies, looking at marks they couldn't otherwise see. They actually understand that the reflection is a projection of their own physical self.
I mean, I want you listening to just think about that for a second. You have this 7-ton creature, and inside that massive frame is an active, self-reflective consciousness.
It demonstrates a level of self-awareness that is exceptionally rare in the animal kingdom.
And from what I was reading in our research stack, this intelligence translates into a memory that sounds almost supernatural.
Oh, it's an absolute steel trap. An elephant can mentally track the real-time locations of up to 20 different herd members simultaneously.
With you?
Yeah. And they can remember where highly specific, obscure water sources are for weeks on end.
Even if they've only been there once.
Even after just discovering them once.
That's incredible. And it's not just logistical mapping, right? It's an emotional memory. Yeah. They remember both friends and enemies for years.
Which is crucial for their survival. Because an adult elephant doesn't have many natural predators.
Right. I mean, what's going to attack a fully grown elephant?
Exactly. Their biggest threat is the environment itself, crippling droughts, a sudden lack of food. So they don't survive just by being big. They survive through inherited historical wisdom.
And that emotional ledger they keep, it's just heartbreaking when you look at how they experience loss.
It really is.
We talked about those mourning rituals at the start of the deep dive, the way they cry, the way they isolate themselves, but it actually extends beyond their own species.
You're talking about the Lawrence Anthony story.
Yes. I came across this unbelievable account from 2012 about this man, Lawrence Anthony. He was a renowned African environmentalist, a major defender of wildlife.
Right, the elephant whisperer.
Exactly. When he passed away, a wild herd of elephants literally traveled several kilometers just to stand guard near his house.
It's such a powerful image.
His family was convinced they remembered the specific kindness and protection he had offered them, and they came to hold a vigil. I want you, the listener, to just imagine that. An animal holding on to a debt of gratitude so deeply that they march across the savannah to say goodbye to a human.
What's fascinating here is how deeply this challenges our human-centric view of emotion.
Right.
When you observe a herd making these piercing shouts of sorrow or, standing in silent vigil outside a human's home, you are witnessing profound emotional depth.
It's undeniable.
They rely on these emotional bonds just as much as they rely on water and food. It's the glue of their existence.
So if they're carrying this immense emotional ledger, and relying so heavily on shared memory and social bonds to survive, how do they actually organize themselves?
Right, because managing a group like that sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it is, and it's why they operate under a strict matriarchy.
Okay.
The herds, which can swell up to 100 individuals if the environment allows for it, are entirely led by females.
And the matriarch isn't